I'm going to record. Woo-hoo. So I just opened the floor for any mastermind around cultivating joy, productivity, God winks. And I think I heard a so somebody's thinking.
You sure it wasn't a belly grumbling or no?
Yeah. Sounded a little different. Love it.
I love it.
But
I was just thinking about, Nancy, how do you decide to like set up your month, right? We're at the beginning of a month. We're talking about being productive, like on a specific day today, being like we're cultivating joy in our productivity is really what I'm thinking about. How are we doing that? And like, what is something that you do to decide how your month is gonna go, gonna flow, gonna be, is what I would love to hear from you.
yeah, awesome. So what one of the processes I use is I call it chunking it out, right? And I've got my 5-year strategy, my 1-year plan, and then a quarterly plan. And then at the beginning of each month, I set my focus for the month. So my quarterly plan has, interestingly enough, I thought 3 focus areas. I ended up with 7 somehow unintentionally. Like I wasn't being clear enough on what was really going on in my quarter. So I ended up forgetting about all the things I'd already committed to and just created these 3 things that were going to help me get to my annual plan, right? Or my goal for the year. And I didn't leave enough space for the things I'd already committed to. So I actually just started building in on the first of the month. I start by looking ahead to everything that I've already committed to. I ask myself, are those the things I still need to be committed to? And I very rarely change them because once I commit, I'm kind of a believer that, especially I don't want to let anybody else down. So if I've said I'm going to do something, I very rarely would change any of those things. But then I look at my 3-month plan in a month like this, since I'm in the middle of a 3-month, right? October, November, December. I look at the month of my 3-month plan and I say, okay, now what are the tasks? And I've already decided all of the tasks. That's part of my quarterly plan. So I pull out the tasks that I identified in my quarterly plan, and I might modify them or add something if something new comes up. But that is it's very specific to my 3 biggies. So, like for example, this quarter my 3 biggies were to get 2 new people into my Unleashed program. That would be on my mastermind team for the future of Unleash. And then determine how I'm going to do that mastermind, right? That was one. Another one was the walkabout on the farm, and my third one, I have to look because I think it's already done and I forgot what it was. That's what happens to me if I don't write it down, right? So my third one, I don't remember. Well, anyhow, you get the gist. So I look at those 3 and then I do this thing called bite-sized broccoli, which is where that's where I write down all the tasks. And I got that idea from a girlfriend, but basically it's just, so here's all the ways. So like, oh, my website. Oh yeah, my website is my quarterly thing. So like, here's all the tasks that I wrote down that have to be done for each of my 3, right? And so then I go back and I pick which tasks for this month would be the most priority. And I put those on there. So that's sort of the process I use, and I found it to be really helpful to help me stay focused. I'm kind of creating this as I move forward because I need more of this to really focus on my top 3 priorities. So that's what I'm hoping to bring to this time for OPWP, is that we can actually be working like the first day of the month. We're planning out our upcoming month for what what are your things you've already committed to? What do you want to create and design in this month that's aligned with your overarching goals? And so finding a way to make a connection between all of those so that you're staying true to um, your genius and your vision, right?
Mhm.
So yeah. So that's any thoughts? I kind of like just blurted that out. Any questions or other thoughts on that? I know it's 12 after, so some of you probably want to get going on your intentions, and I want to make sure we hold the space for that.
Sounds good.
That was some great information to take to juicing. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to stop the recording.
Great.
Yeah. All right. We just had an amazing productivity hour, and we are here to announce that on December 7th, Productivity Day for December, we are going to host a 2-hour plan on purpose action hours. And so we will start at 9 with our traditional celebrations and intentions. And anybody who wants to stay on for the workshop will then get from 9:10 until 10:50 to work on their plans, which will be guided by me. Get real
Get
with
real,
Coach K.
get real with Coach K. You can stay and get real
Woo
with
woo!
Coach K. Yeah.
And then we will end our hour or our action hours for that period at 10:50 and share that planning as well as other intentions that we held the space for the 2-hour period. So yeah,
Yeah.
excited to guide you through ending 2022 on a high note. Oh yeah, so bring with you any of the planning tools that you've used in 2022, whether it's a vision board, um, monthly action plans, your on purpose with purpose journals, um, affirmations you use. Some people use a one word. Bring your one word. Um, and your goals that you set out for at the beginning of the year, whether complete or not. This is part of our process, is to celebrate progress overall and hold space for what's yet to come. So that's going to be December 7th, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. And we're holding the space for planning on purpose, planning out how you want to end your year on a high note. It's going to be fun. Awesome. I am so excited about that.
Me
All
too.
right.
Me too. Me too. We will be sharing how to get signed up if you're not currently in the community, as you want to be there for that. You want to get into this workshop. You want to get in the energy of how to plan intentionally and have it front of mind for you to know what's most important for you. And get real with Coach K. She's going to walk us through some tools and some processes to support us in that, and have the space where we get into action and we drop into our heart and really do it and set what I love the progress part that you mentioned too, because even if someone doesn't set their goals from the year, at the beginning of the year or whatever that was, it could be just from last month, but really what are the things that we've had the intention to do or how we want to be, and wherever we're at on that measuring stick, is what we're going to focus on celebrating, and then setting our intentions moving forward for closing out the year and getting ready for, what did you call it? Gearing up for the most productive month.
Yeah, gearing up for the most productive month and ending the year on a high note. Yay.